guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Rups, and today I'm doing a Jeffree haul review. And I'm not gonna lie, I filmed this once before and it was horrible because my makeup was all like melting off and I looked so bad. I'm gonna insert a little clip here of what my eyeshadow looked like though after, I think it was like 11 hours because I put it on at 1 and I took it off at 11:45 at night, and it was the palette that I was wearing, but I did put all my usual base and all the rest of it. But yeah, it lasted so long, so that's a bit of a spoiler alert right there, but I'll put a little picture here so you can see what it did look like. So first things first is the price and where to get it from. So I bought mine from Beauty Bay, which is a UK based company. I believe they're based up in Manchester, and they kind of get all the latest American releases. When it came to Beauty Bay, it was £40, but there was no delivery cost, so it was free next day delivery, and there was no duties and taxes, which is something that most British people have to, and I think Canadians as well, have to kind of stump up when they get products sent over from the US. We end up paying an extortionate amount of money in taxes, so that was amazing. And I have to say the delivery was really quick. I got it the next day. I mean, I ordered it on Saturday, but I ordered it Saturday at, I think it was 9 PM, and it clearly says on the website if you order it after 8 on a Saturday, you're not going to get it the next day on Sunday. So I got this on Monday, and this is what the packaging looks like. So it's a cardboard maroony brown, almost like his liquid lipstick in Unicorn Blood. I think he may have done that on purpose. And it's just a cardboard packaging. It's just the normal cardboard packaging with gold filigree on the outside and his logo and stuff in gold. And it just says on the back where it's made, what the names of the shadows are, the ingredients, all of that kind of stuff. But then you open it and it's not the same. So the inside is bright pink, and so is the palette. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I didn't expect it to be this sort of garish pink. I kind of thought it would be the same as this, because it's not like the Beauty Killer palette is the same colour, so I don't think he was trying to keep it in scheme, but I'm not sure what thought process went into this. But the packaging is not my personal taste, but it's not bad. It's nice, and it's really like sturdy, it's nice and slim, so it's really nice. I do like it. I just don't like the colour, so that's just a personal preference. And again, on the back it just says where it's made, which is in the USA, and his social media links, YouTube and Instagram, and how long you can use it for, which is 12 months. In saying all of that, which sounds incredibly negative, but the colours, they are just beautiful. They're just so unusual, and I think that's what kind of grabbed me the most. I mean, they're warm, which is what I would say most people really like, warm eyeshadows. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. The Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills sold out like this. The Morphe 350 still sells out like it's going out of fashion. It's crazy. It's always selling out. So I think he did the right thing by putting a really warm palette out there, but he put a Jeffree spin on it by adding these two shades, which as far as I'm aware, people really don't like that, because I think what I've heard is that people don't like the blues. They're too similar, they swatch terribly, etc, etc. It's just this compared to the Beauty Killer palette, I can't really compare it to that because I don't own it. I didn't like the color scheme in that. I thought it was just a bit all over the place. I just didn't like it. I'm just really grateful that he's included a whole row of mattes. Now, this shade, Fetish, is a satin shade, but when you put it on your eye, and I did use it today, it does come off, does it? Yeah. It does come off more or less matte. You can use it like a matte shade by putting it in your crease and stuff like that. And then almost all of these are matte as well, with the exception of Frosting and Deja Vu, which are beautiful metallic shades. So I'm gonna stop rambling now. I'm gonna jump straight into the swatches, and then we'll talk about the swatches in about 2 seconds. from the swatches, they do swatch pretty well. Almost all of them swatch really well with the finger, with the exception of Swallow and Poison. They swatch a little bit, I think it's because the texture of it's a little bit dry, so they swatch a little bit worse. And brush swatches, I'm not gonna lie, they pretty much all look like shit with a brush swatch, with the exception of Deja Vu and Frosting, which and typically any kind of metallic, satin, shimmer shade, they do swatch really nicely with a brush as well. So that's expected, but the matte shades all swatched pretty horrendously. But I can say for a fact that they work absolutely fantastically with a brush on the eye, because a swatch is just like, you know, you're just swiping up and down, so you're not really blending the product, you're not really doing anything like that, you're just kind of trying to show pigmentation. And in my swatches, I didn't use any eyeshadow primer, and I think that had something to do with the fact that the brush swatches weren't as vibrant as they probably could have been. But when I used it on my eyes, I used 2 primers, because I always use 2 primers, and they performed beautifully. I used the shades Military, Poison. Did I use, I didn't use Military, that's lies. I used Poison, Swallow, Charm, Safe Word and Frosting. So I used 5 shades out of the 10 that are in here for the eyeshadow look that I've done. And that they did blend fairly effortlessly. The 2 darker shades, the Poison and Swallow, were a little bit harder to blend, but they weren't hard to blend, if that makes sense. And I have to say, I got hardly any fallout with it, and I was very impressed, because if you've seen any of my other videos, I tend to put my eyeshadow on before I put my base on. It's just a habit. I prefer it that way. If I get any fallout, I can wipe it off. So I tend to do it that way. But because I wanted to demonstrate it and I didn't want to waste time putting my face on and all the rest of it, I put my base on first and I applied the eyeshadow after, which was a little bit risky, but they blended out absolutely beautifully. So without further ado, let's jump right into the tutorial before I sum up the palette as a whole. As you can see from all my posings, the eyeshadow look came out really, really good. And as you saw at the beginning, it lasted incredibly long. And like I said, I don't know whether it's a testament to the shadows or whether it's my base, but either way, it lasted well over 11 hours without creasing. And for my oily, greasy eyelids, that is a bloody miracle, I have to say. So I am so happy with this palette. Just for a little bit more detail, you're getting just over 2.5 grams worth of product in each pan. And if you think about a MAC eyeshadow, they're about 1.5. So you're getting a gram more product in each pan, and you're getting the whole thing. You're getting 10 eyeshadows for £40. That's great. I think it's a really good palette. It really looks a bit mental. But would I recommend this? Definitely I would recommend this. I don't know if I'd recommend it over the Modern Renaissance eyeshadow palette by Anastasia, only because That's around the same price, but that's a lot more versatile, it's a lot more neutral, and a lot more people could get wear out of it. But I will say, anyone who loves a little bit of colour or something a little bit unusual, this is a great palette because you can still do really neutral looks with at least 7 of the eyeshadows in here. So I think that in itself is good enough reason to buy it. So what if you don't use 2 blue eyeshadows? I don't think anyone uses all the colours in an eyeshadow palette, because I don't think you could. I mean, I've seen 350 has like 17 browns in it. How many browns does one person need? You know? So don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little alarm bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!